You are all welcome to Bashan History Day. What do we say?
Amen.
And you are all looking beautiful and handsome in the eyes of the Most High God.
Amen.
And to start our first presentation, without wasting much of your time, we are going to look about the 1950 History Day. What happened? What we are going to look into is what really happened for us to have History Day, and what they used to do at the time of Brother Wotef, and how the message came and how he was persecuted in the church for the message to reach this point which we are in right now. Those are just the summary or the highlights of what we are going to look into. Now, the threshold of the beginning of days. That is our first subtitle, the threshold of the beginning of days. And it reads, once again, we stand at the threshold of the beginning of days, solemnly looking back in perspective upon what we have been, hopefully looking forward in vision to what we have become. Day of reckoning, that is yet of thanksgiving to God for his love and mercies, and of rejoicing hope and faith for victories. Redemptive progress ahead, truly. It is our day of days. So we can see History Day is not only called History Day, but it also called the beginning of days, or the Day of Days. That's how it's called. And the reason, what they used to do at Mount Carmel when History Day came, when 25th October comes, they would pause from all their regular works. After that, they would invite the residents who were living at Mount Carmel. Not only that, they would also invite even the visitors who are from other places. Then they would gather in the chapel, just like us, how we have gathered like this, and have a worship. Not only a worship, but they would look also into the achievements which the association has been progressing into the fields, both in the field and at the headquarters. And by doing that, they would rejoice and thank the Lord. That's why it was called Day of Days, because they were rejoicing, not only rejoicing, but also becoming joyous and victorious and having more faith in whatsoever they are doing. God grant that of all so far, this may be the most memorable, the most inspiring. So this is how History Day came. It was not only the day of history, but it was also called Days of Days. Why? Because they are reflecting back in what they have achieved, the success the association has been proceeding into from the time it started. Now let's move forward and look into the birth of the message. What happened? How the message came. So we are going to look into the birth of the message, how the message came and how it proceeded for us to reach this point which we are in right now. So it reads, this call for reformation as set forth here is the direct result of the study of the 13th chapters in the book of Isaiah, as devised by the Seventh-day Adventist denomination and presented to the churches in the entire organization throughout the world. These lessons were taught in the Sabbath school department during January, February, and March of the year 1929, and beginning with the 54th chapter, ended with the 66th. Now remember what happened if you trace back the history. In 1929, this was the time when Brother Wotef was called into the prophetic ministry. And by this time, he was just a Sabbath school teacher who was teaching lessons, and he was called into the prophetic ministry. And this was the beginning of the opposition which the church started giving him, especially the church elders. We believe the hand of God was leading, and that these particular lessons came at an appointed time by divine direction. So these particular lessons, they came at an appointed time by divine direction for us to reach even this time.
Remembered what happened to our brother. So it's the same happening to us. So it's high time that we should
concentrate, put more effort so that we shouldn't go back, forge ahead, because we know that this is the truth. It used to happen to our brethren, it's still happening to us. And some recently I've heard that their names are out of the church because of the same message. So this gives us an encouragement when we see back what used to happen, it's happening the same. So we don't have to lose hope, but we need to continue to strive hard so that the Lord should help us. Okay, what do you say again?
Amen.
Amen. So as for now, we'll have the second presentation.